Good morning, everybody. It is Friday, March 27th, 11:35 a.m. Eastern Time, and my name's Brian. Let's go to spend some time in the center of the aisle. So the Iran war still rages on, and we've unalived another top leader in the IRGC. Central Command, specifically Admiral Bradley Cooper from CENTCOM Commander, said the death of Iranian Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Navy IRGC Commander, Admiral, and I'm going to kill the name, Larizia Tangsiri, from an Israeli airstrike made that region safer. Tangsiri commanded the IRGC for 8 years, during which time the IRGC harassed thousands of innocent merchant marines, attacked hundreds of vessels with one-way attack drones and missiles, and unalived countless innocent civilians. He was designated as a specially designated global terrorist by the U.S. Treasury in June 2019, with additional secondary sanctions added in 2024 related to the drone development. Since the commencement of Operation Epic Fury, 92% of the large ships that Iranian Navy has been eliminated. As a result, the IRGC has completely lost their ability to protect power in the Middle East or around the world. Now, with the loss of their longtime leader, the IRGC is on an irreversible decline. U.S. military strikes on the IRGC will continue. Therefore, we call on every Iranian serving in the IRGC to immediately abandon their post and return to home to avoid further risk of unnecessary injury or on being unalived. Admiral Bradley Cooper, CENTCOM Commander. Powerful. 92% of their military was taken care of. That is enormous. Enormous. Not that they had a military such as ours, but what they did have, they spent a lot of money on. And it is now gone. Most of it sitting at the bottom of the sea. So, we're not, definitely not showing any mercy, that's for sure. I want you to take a look at this map right here. This is going to show you all the assets that we have right now in the Middle East over here. This is from Fox News Live. All these assets, the USS Roosevelt, Gerald R. Ford, Oscar Austin, USS Bulkery, the Thomas Hudner. I mean, the list goes on and on at all the naval assets we have over there. And now they're going to be bringing in 10,000 troops, reportedly, 1,000 of the 82nd Airborne paratroopers. That's another, reportedly. And what for? Now, let's sit and think about this for a minute. It'd be an awful expensive bluff. Now, I'm not a Donald Trump fan by any means. I'm not Democrat, not Republican. I'm in the center of the aisle. Used to be a Democrat, just can't support that anymore. Trump has not bluffed yet. When he says he's going to do something, he's going to do it. And he said that it's unconditional surrender and no more possibility of a nuclear weapon. We've given them a way out of this. He thinks they're looking for a way out of this, and he's offered them a 15-point plan, which they absolutely refused. So on top of all of these assets that we have there already, and all the troops coming in, which potentially sounds like boots on the ground, I don't know what Iran thinks they're going to be able to do. The president said this as well on Truth Social. As per Iranian government request, please let this statement serve to represent that I am pausing the period of energy plant destruction by 10 days to Monday, April 6, 2026 at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Talks are ongoing, and despite erroneous statements to the contrary by the fake news media and others, they are going very well. Thank you for your attention to this matter. President Donald J. Trump. Now, he is the president, and when it comes to war, it's a touchy situation and a touchy subject for a lot of people. There's families out there that have relatives serving in the military. The last thing they want to do is lose a son, a daughter, a dad, a mom, aunt, uncle, cousins. Nobody wants that. Absolutely nobody. And I honestly do believe if there is some other way that we could do this, I think that the president, Hegseth, and Central Command, Bradley Cooper, I think they would all know how to do this, and I think they do. I think they planned for this long ago. It's no secret that the Strait of Hormuz it's a sticking point. 1/5 of the economy when it comes to power and oil goes right through there. That is a lot of money in the world economy that is now sitting idle. China, 90% of its oil comes through there. India is up there around 80%, I think. Iran lets them go through paying, but he will not let the U.S. go through there. Now, Trump did say that Iran sent him a present. It was like eight oil tankers. Then they said something else and apologized and sent 2 more for a total of 10. Now, whether we got those or not, I didn't understand how he worded that. Something about that was 3 days ago, this was 2 days ago. Now, he didn't say that they got them. Maybe they did. I don't know. Maybe they went to India. We have no clue, but at least they let something through. It might stop the bleeding some places. Is it going to drop oil prices yet? No, it's not. It's inevitable. We don't even get oil through there. We're energy independent now. However, we do, as the world power, need to protect our allies and the economy, because that will come down to hit us, and it already has. At the gas pumps, at the grocery stores. It doesn't matter what you do. Me, I own a farm. Fertilizer. It's ridiculous. So he's going to give them 10 days on top of that, and I would hope that they would heed to his offer, because I'm going to tell you right now, if people don't think it can get uglier, it truly can. It truly, truly can. They can up the B-52s that are just banging Iran right now. It is absolutely crazy to watch some of these bombs go off and get hit. They hit the nuclear plants again. I don't know if it was the B-2s that did it yet. I can't remember what. I know they dropped some 5,000-pound munitions up along the coast of the Straits of Hormuz. Isfahan, I know they hit that again. Now I don't know what they hit that with either. I'm guessing it's probably the big ones. We're going to have to go in there. That's boots on the ground. If we truly want peace in the Middle East, then we have to get rid of that enriched uranium. They said something about they had enough to make 10 weapons. That's a lot. And that is dangerous. These people have been bombing people for 47 years. And they will continue to do it. And just imagine, once they would get the weapons made with that enriched uranium at 60%. You need between 4 and 8, I believe it is, for power. Things that truly are innocent. And you don't have to bury it a mile down in the earth to do it. So 60%, that stuff needs to go. And I honestly believe that they need to let the U.S. take care of their needs for as far as civilian enrichment goes. What they need to do that. We can't trust them. They've lied for 47 years. General Jack King, retired general. I love the guy. He's up front. He's straight. He's honest. If he doesn't like it, he's going to tell you he doesn't like it. So let's see what he had to say on Fox News Live.
Listen, anybody close to this knows who the Iranians are. None of us think that these negotiations will materialize. And the reason is simple for our audience to understand. We're asking Iran to give up, to surrender everything that we're willing to take away from them. Everything. And if they don't do that, no deal. And that's the reality of what we're facing here. Mm-hmm. So are they in a position to do that? Given this 47-year history of the regime, their tendency is not to surrender all of that, to dig their heels in and try to survive. Right. That's more likely the path we're on. I actually prefer the military option anyway, because the military option continues to destroy that leadership, continues to break them down, continues to make them much more vulnerable to collapse after. It enables us to take Carg Island, which is 90% of their fuel distribution. That would cause economic collapse. And it gives us huge leverage in holding the regime accountable then for what? Don't go out and kill any of your population. If you do that, this is what we intend to do to you. It gives us huge leverage that negotiations would not provide us. Listen.
That is some powerful, powerful words right there from Mr. Retired General Jack King. The guy is on top. I really like this guy. He says it how it is. he may not like what they're going to do. He may like what they're going to do, but whatever it is, he's not going to sugarcoat it. He's going to tell you how it is, and he's going to tell you what he thinks will work. And I honestly believe the guy. I like the guy. He's straightforward and honest, and you can't ask for anything else. You really can't. And meanwhile, while Iran wants to delay and pause again, if you remember, before we went to war, that's all they did. Well, keep going. We need more diplomacy, more diplomacy. Well, they need to get ready. And that's exactly what they're doing now. They're trying to pause, because they think we're going to come in and take Karj Island and the other islands out of there. And you know what? We need to. They can't handle it, evidently. So doing so would open up the Straits of Hormuz. I mean, and I think that's what they're pausing for. They're over there booby-trapping the island. They're putting their troops in there, their weapons, whatever they think they're going to need to do. But I don't think they understand what's coming. I really don't. There's a few more strikes that are on here, so we can see. Could definitely see that the U.S. is definitely not letting up when it comes to strikes. They're still blowing them up. Wow. The technology, and that's what I've never been in the military. Family has been. I have not. I do not like war. However, I love the technology that we find out that our military has that we never knew existed. Laser beams, are you kidding me? That's Austin Powers stuff. This is completely amazing stuff that the U.S. is doing, what they've come out with. I honestly, I'm scared to know what else they have that we don't know about. So, I guess we have to sit back and trust the president. I may not like Donald Trump, but I will tell you what I do like about him. He doesn't bluff. The guy knows how to play poker. He believes in keeping it secret, which it should be. It's nothing personal against the media from my standpoint. I can't speak for the president, but the questions they ask of him, some of them are ridiculous. They really are, but I understand they have a job to do. They do. And you know what? If I was in their shoes, I may do the same thing. But if you would, please, down in the comments down below, tell me what you think about boots on the ground. Should we put them in there? Should we not? I feel that we should. We have a military for a reason. We shouldn't have to use it every time. But I believe in this situation, it is very, very warranted to put boots on the ground. Who's going to want a crazy regime like this having access to nuclear weapons? They said they have enough to make 10. Now, if they say 10, they probably have double that. I don't know. However, it's a scary thought to know they even have that much. They don't ever tell the truth, so what else do they have that we don't know about? They said they never had missiles to reach that far over to where our base is at with the UK. And that was a long ways those missiles went. One of them didn't make it, and the other one got intercepted, I believe it was. They didn't disclose how close it got. But Garcia Island, man, that's a lot of money over there. That's where I think it's where our stealth fighters are at right now. So if you could, it's a new channel. So if you could, please like, comment, subscribe. It's all going to help the algorithm. It doesn't cost you anything. I'm not here to try and change political views. That's not what this is about. I just find this stuff seriously interesting. It's a shame that it has the downsides to it and the sad parts to it that it does. We have lost some military personnel, and my prayers go out to them and their families. I know it's a difficult time right now, but I honestly do believe that anybody that's in the military goes into that military knowing that there could be a chance that situations like this are going to happen. That's why we have a military. Land of the free, home of the brave. And we don't stay free unless sometimes we have to fight for it. So with that being said, I will see you guys right here in center of the aisle next time. Have a great day.